another song on your mind, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hadn't sung that song. I hadn't even thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was back in about 1932.
Wow.
I thought of it this morning.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, I sung it, and I could picture the crawdad hole down in Fairfax.
Wow.
That was when I was living at 2803 North Alice, where I was born.
Yeah.
So,
how's it go?
You get the line and I'll get the pole, honey. You get the line and I'll get the pole, babe. You get the line and I'll get the pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, honey. Baby mine.
I like that. Can I sing it with you?
Huh?
Can I sing it with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the line and I'll get the pole, honey. You get the line and I'll get the pole, babe. You get the line and I'll get the pole. We'll go down to the water hole, honey, baby mine. It was a water down in Fairfax. And that's where we used to go and get crawdads. You could get some big crawdads.
A lot of people don't even know what crawdads are. They something like shrimp almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're you boil them.
Yeah.
Boil them with vegetables. But before you do that, you put them in salt water.
Yeah.
And that'll make them throw up. And
So they get all that stuff, innards out of them. Can we sing that one more time? I really like it. I hope you'll record that, and I'd like to sing with you. Okay. You get the line and I'll get the pole, honey. You get the line and I'll get the pole, baby. You get the line and I'll get the pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, oh, honey, honey. One more time, hey. You get the line and I'll get the pole, honey. You get the line and I'll get the pole, babe. You get the line and I'll get the pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby.
That's when I was talking to my girlfriend. And we go crawdad hunting.
Wow. That is so cool. I had never heard that song before. And look at that sun coming through that window. Wow.
For 100 years.
Wow. That's beautiful. Beautiful to have good memories. Beautiful to have good memories. Thank you for sharing that, Dad. Thank you for sharing that.
Hey,
Asante Sana. How you doing this morning, Dad?
Oh, I'm fine. I slept like a Toto.
Okay.
You know, Toto's baby.
Yeah.
And I feel good, but my tummy thinks my throat is cut. Because I'm getting hungry.
Pola, you'll be eating.
But I was thinking early this morning about different things that have happened in my life, and I want you to record it because it's important for you to pass it on.
That's right.
It's two of us left. My sister Geraldine, that lives in Michigan, she's 105 years old, and her brother, me, I'm 93 years young.
Yes.
And we won't be here much longer.
Well, that's...
But my mind went back to some things that Dad had told me. He was born, what, 1898?
98 or 97, one of them.
And in Alabama. And he grew up and married a woman named Betty.
Okay.
I don't remember the last name. To Betty, they had Geraldine, Hattie, Carl, Leon, Jetty, and Aretha. And Dad outlived 3 wives. Bless his heart.
Wow.
And that was his first wife. His second wife was my mother, Esther Hunsucker.
Okay.
She was born in, I'm trying to think of it,
Tennessee, did you say?
Tennessee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, and the children that they had was Mary Margaret, Dolores, Velma Jean, Sterling Emmanuel, that's me. Oh, let me put on break right there.
Okay.
Mom wanted a boy. She had Dolores and Velma, and I'm the third one, the third child, the boy that she prayed for,
Okay.
which she named Sterling Emmanuel. And then after me was Robert James, and then Calvin John, and then Barbara Jean.
Okay.
Barbara was the last child that Mom had, and Dad was, Mom passed, and then Dad married again.
Okay.
This third lady's name was Viola Holland. She had children already. Viola had Clifford, Bernie, Wilbert, Junior, Louise. Then Junior was named after his father, which I don't remember, but I know it was a Holland. And they, let me see, that was the third one. The third and last.
Okay.
And I'm talking about me now. I grew up, when Mom passed, and all of us, of course, all of us grew up.
Yeah.
And I started working at the Armour's packing house. I worked at Armour's for 4.5 years. I worked at a construction company for 2 years. And I went to the fire department for 25 years. And I'm put on breaks there. Mom, when I was at the packing house for 4.5 years, Mom encouraged me to give it up because I was working in the freezer. The warmest room that the freezer had was 12 below zero.
Ooh.
The coldest one was 62 below zero.
Oh, Lord.
And we had a lot of Army military meat that we kept frozen. Okay, so Mom kept on, because it was affecting me. It gave you arthritis to be in a cold place like that that long.
Yeah.
So I went from the cold place to a hot place, which was the fire department.
Whoa. Yeah.
For 25 years, and I retired as a captain, but I was promoted to a chief. 25 years.
Wow.
And I wasn't finished. I went to the juvenile detention center for 38.5 years. And I said, this is enough, and I gave it up. And meanwhile, did I name my children?
No.
Meanwhile, after I met this young lady, I got it I met her when I was on the fire department. Teresa Calzetta Garrett. She was a country girl, and I call myself being a city slick. And she would come to Kansas. She was born in Arkansas, and she would come to Kansas City every year to
Wow.
answer when you can. Mom and Sterling, look for picture inside of this note.
So you still don't know who actually wrote the letter, huh? Because that was for you and...
This is Mom's writing.
No, No.
But it said Mom and Sterling.
But that's not...
I don't know if that's Sterling writing or not.
It couldn't be Junior. Not 1946 or 45. Sharon wasn't even born. She didn't get born till 48. And I wasn't born till 51, so I don't know why whoever wrote that put y'all's name on there. Must have been a reason.
Yeah.
Wow. You said that letter is dated when? 19 what?
June 18th, 1946.
Wow, and you still have it. Let me get a close-up of that. That is absolutely amazing.
Can you see that date? Wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, 1946.
It's the letter is about ready to disintegrate.
And that's why we're going to have a project where we're going to scan all those letters, and we're going to start scanning those today. We've just scanned some pictures. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. This is at 17 minutes.
And I'm going on north. Gertrude White's auntie was living next door. And from there, Mr. and Mrs. Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And next door to Mr. and Mrs. Davis, there's a 2-story white house. And the people's name was Elma and Leona Garrett.
Mm-hmm. Wonder who they were.
And of course, they had one child, Teresa Calzetta Hill. Oh, I'm going a little, but I'm going too fast there.
Because her name was what before she met you?
Teresa Garrett.
Yeah.
Heading up the hill, those different people, I don't remember their names, but when I get up on the corner of Alice and Georgia, there's a couple there named Thompson. They were kind of big shots because Mr. Thompson worked on the railroad and the mother worked at Douglas Hospital when Douglas was up on Quindale.
Okay.
And I'm up at the top of the hill now. Okay, the house on the corner is a two-story house. Mr. Shin,
Okay.
he was our Iceman.
What does that mean?
Iceman? You didn't have no refrigerators.
Okay.
We had ice boxes. And you buy ice, it come in squares, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 pounds. We had a little card that you put in your window to let the iceman know what size ice you want.
Wow. So you like wrote it on there, or?
No, it's printed on there, 50 pounds, 25 pounds, like that.
Yeah.
And
The Iceman.
yeah, the Iceman, Mr. Chin. Then next door, the Johnsons, which was Dad's church members. And
Your dad.
yeah. Next door was a girlfriend of mine. That was one of my honeys.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
She was one of the Howard girls. And then next door, Armstrong family was a boy and a girl. Going down the hill next door, Miss Jenkins, Miss Anna Jenkins, she had a cow named Sherry.
The cow's name was Sherry?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she gave people around the neighborhood milk.
Did y'all have to buy it?
Oh, no.
Really?
No, you don't buy stuff like that.
Wow. Y'all just shared it?
Huh?
Y'all just shared it?
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all give her something in return, like veggies?
Rose.
Wait a minute. Oh, it was a bee on me. So the lady who had the cow, what was her name again?
Anna Jenkins.
And the cow's name was Sherry.
Sherry.
So who would milk the cow?
Miss Jenkins?
Wow, she must have been a young woman.
What?
She was a young woman?
I don't think she was.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was young. I was very young.
So she would milk the cow and then just give y'all milk for free?
Well, sure.
Wow. That was a real community.
Yeah, and you might send one of your kids over to get a cup of sugar or some eggs, a couple of eggs, or something like that. And it wasn't costing anything.
Wow.
Okay, next, and we're going down the hill now. There's a big two-story house next door to the Everest, and their name was Hockett.
Okay.
The Hocketts had that two-story house and a one-story house next door to it, and they rented. And Next door was a white lady named Mary.
Okay.
She lived there.
Well,
And
isn't that kind of odd that it was a white woman living in the neighborhood?
No.
Oh, really?
No, she's not the only white one that's living around. The next street up over, that was the white neighborhood.
So it was a white neighborhood first and then y'all moved there? Or?
Well, I don't know. I
Uh-huh.
don't know who moved first.
Okay.
But I think we were already there. Because we were segregated in those days.
Right.
And next door to Mary, it was a dump. And next door to the dump, the hills.
Okay.
That's us.
Uh-huh.
This is what I was thinking about this morning. I was looking at the garden, and we had 2 cherry trees, 2 apple trees,
Wow.
1 apricot tree,
Uh-huh.
and a mulberry tree.
Whoa.
We had a chicken house,
Uh-huh.
and up in the chicken house was the pigeon. We had pigeons too.
Why'd you have pigeons? To eat them?
You squabs.
Okay.
We call them squab when they're youngsters.
And did they have eggs that you could eat?
Yeah.
You could eat the eggs?
Oh no.
Oh.
That's what they would. That's where they little.
The little pigeons came from.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all didn't eat the eggs.
No.
But the chicken, you ate the eggs.
Oh yeah.
And the chicken. Okay.
Yeah. We had chickens and ducks
Uh-huh. Wow.
and a few geese
Uh-huh.
and what did I say? 2 cherry trees, 2 apple trees, 1 apricot tree, and 1 mulberry tree.
Yeah.
And
what kind of veggies did you plant?
that was in the big garden behind the house.
Okay.
We had the first row was sweet potatoes. We had sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, tomatoes, okra, corn.
Wow. Greens?
Huh?
Greens?
Green beans. No, they had a lot of dandelions that you.
Yes. And people don't realize that dandelion is some of the most healthy
for you.
food you can
Yeah.
eat. People think it's weeds.
And okay, and that was the hill house. It was 1 big tree in front. We had a swing in it. The swing was a tire with
Yeah.
a rope on it.
Right.
And in the back, we had a big tree. And beside the chicken house, on the left side, was a hill, and it was dug out, and that's where every year we would butcher a hog. That Dad would bring pigs every year, and before we go to school in the morning, we had to go in the alley with buckets and collect garbage for the pigs. And next door to us was the Wilson.
Okay.
My dear friend Francis Wilson, mosquitoes eating,
Uh-oh.
passed not too long ago.
I
And
know.
next door, I'm still going north. Next door was the Lees, L-E-E, Mr. and Mrs. Lee.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee worked at the packing house, in the highest cellar, mosquito tearing me up. At the
Uh-oh.
highest cellar.
You want to stop?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And put some...
Reason I knew he worked at the highest cellar.
At the what?
Hyde, Hide.
What is that?
The hide from
Oh, the hide.
Hyde cellar.
They would make it into leather?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
how'd
the
you
packing
know?
house, huh?
How'd you know he worked in that department?
He smelled.
Oh.
You can smell him.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Lee, they smelled those people that worked there at the high cellar.
Oh, man.
And Ms. Lee had a brother. His name was Robert. Robert Lee.
Yeah.
He sold call paper.
Okay.
Next door was a white couple.
Uh-huh.
2 sisters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get you.
Uh-oh. The mosquitoes. You got him?
Mm-mm. He saw me.
Maybe you better put some Dawa on, some mosquito spray. We can stop and put some on, okay?
You got it?
No, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. Just hold on. Okay. All right, we're back after the attack of the mosquitoes. All right, Dad.
And next door to that, Smith. Smitty was one of the first kids in our neighborhood that were reported killed during the Vietnam War.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
He
What
must have
was
been
he?
pretty
No.
old.
No, it wasn't Vietnam.
World War II
Yeah, World War.
or Korean? Probably World War II. Because that's the one you were in. And if he was your age, he probably would have been in World War II.
Well, anyway, he
Uh-huh.
was one of the first ones that was reported killed in our neighborhood.
Wow.
And next door to them, it was a big garden there,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was the Joneses, Jones,
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Jones. They had a cow,
Uh-huh.
and their cow's name was Rosie,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Robert DeLong's grandparents. And next door to them, I don't remember the name.
So-
Jackson.
So would those people also get free milk?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, I was a little snot.
A little snot.
Yeah. Cause my mom passed. I was just about 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And next door to the Jones was a minister, Reverend Hammond.
Okay.
I think that church is still down there. He's not, but that church is down there on Sherman.
Okay. I wonder what that church was.
Hmm?
It wasn't Grandfather Hill's church, was it?
Oh no. Grandfather Hill Church was or is a Baptist church. But this church where Elder Hammond, it was one of those, what do you call them?
Pentecostal?
No, where they dancing.
That's Pentecostal, ain't it?
No.
Holiness.
Yeah.
That's Pentecostal is holiness.
We call them holy rollers.
Holiness.
Not their face though.
No.
Mm-mm.
Because Aunt Gerald was a holy roller,
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. I like those churches. Because they, you know, to me, they have so much of the African spirit. So do a lot of Baptist churches where they shout and sing and praise and dance.
and
I like
talking
that.
unknown tongues.
Yeah, talking unknown tongues and all
I
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
We laughed, but you better not get caught.
Oh no. I enjoy that kind. Got a lot of spirit.
So I'm at the end of Alice.
Uh-huh.
That's at the end of the street. But from there on, still going north, it was all dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
So y'all street was paved?
oh yeah.
Oh. Did y'all have street lights?
Well, there will be like from here to that wall
Mm-hmm.
apart, one street light of it,
So you might have had 3 or something like that?
3.
Yeah.
Let me see, from my house to the end of the street, it was 3 lights.
Mm-hmm.
The lights had big shades on them, but it was a big bulb.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
It was electric.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Street lights, the street lights come on a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 9 o'clock whistle that blows at 9 o'clock.
I remember that 9 o'clock whistle when I was growing up.
And we better hit the porch before it stopped blowing.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
The kids. And I go on down to the end of the paved street,
Mm-hmm.
the Leroy and the Stewart brothers, and now you got dirt road.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the people's house name there, but Mr. and Mrs. Jennings
Mm-hmm.
lived at the end of the street,
Okay.
and they had a miniature farm. They had goats, cows, horses.
Wow. Horses?
Oh yeah, I rode one of the horses, one
Yeah?
of the race horses,
Ooh.
and that's the only time I rode a horse, and I was a little old kid.
Wow. So what kind of games would y'all play in the street when you were young?
That's the only place to play.
And like what kind
There
of
wasn't
game?
many cars.
Uh-huh. Did you make your own toys and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me finish my.
Okay.
Okay, I'm at the end of the road. Then at the end,
Mm-hmm.
it was just, we call it the woods.
Yeah.
WOODS.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was. That's woods.
Wow. Natural trees.
Huh?
Like a natural little forest.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And now I cross the road and start coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We got that last house across from the Jennings farm was the Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of them are gone. Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins, we called him Pop Jenkins because he worked at the Water and Light. And he had a little shine parlor down on 5th Street, 5th and Kimball. I mean, yeah, Kimball. No. Yeah, 5th and Kimball. He had a shine parlor. That's where I learned to shine shoes.
Wow.
I shined shoes 10 cents a pair.
Ooh.
That was good money.
Yeah, that's good money. Because
We were in school too.
y'all used to pay that just to go to the movie house, huh?
Where was I?
You was talking about Miss
Oh,
Tina West.
Tina.
Uh-huh.
That was the Jenkins house, the last house on the end of ours, next to the woods. The WOODS.
Mm-hmm.
And then next door to them was the Howard. Mr. and Mrs. Howard. They had children. Mary Lee, Rosalie, Margie, um, um, Fletcher, and Adolf. Fletcher was a dear good friend of mine.
I know
I
him.
have pictures of him.
I remember he was a fireman.
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Fletcher. Oh, Fletcher worked for Cat's drugstore at one time
Mm-hmm.
because he would slip film to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Cats ain't there no more, so he ain't gonna get in trouble.
And Adolf, I think Adolf is still living.
Mm-hmm.
He's a, if he hadn't retired, he's a Kansas City, Kansas policeman.
I'm sure he's retired if he's your age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still alive or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a big empty space, a field or pasture.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Miss Jenkins would take her cow
Mm-hmm.
to out in pasture. She'd have a long rope that she would take her down the street, middle of the street, and when she come to my house, I would go run down with her.
Mm-hmm.
And one day was a storm coming up,
Yeah.
and it scared the cow.
Uh-huh.
And the cow just started bucking and bucking.
Oh, no.
And Miss Jenkins was holding the rope to keep the cow from going.
Uh-huh.
And I flew home. She told me, come back. I need you.
Oh,
That made me run that much faster.
no. Because of the storm?
Well, but it hadn't stormed
Oh,
yet.
because of the bucking cow?
Huh?
The bucking cow?
Yeah, the cow, she just bucking.
Yeah.
And they're scared of them anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because they look wild, their eyes are so big.
Yeah.
And I just flew that much faster and she told me come back.
Oh, no. So, but she got it home some kind of
Oh
way.
yeah,
huh?
she hung on to it.
Uh-huh.
Hung on to the rope. But she fussed at me. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. Smith and my dad would go fishing together
Mm-hmm.
or hunting. Rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting.
Mm.
They go to the Missouri River to fish. And most of the time, Mr. Smith went because Dad was busy building lawn chairs and benches.
Yeah, he was a carpenter.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was his extra job.
Yeah.
Because he worked at Swift Packing House.
I remember you were talking about that.
But he worked at for the company, but he worked repairing refrigerator cars.
Mm-hmm.
And then next door was the McLeans,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. and Mrs. Ben McLean. And I just found out since I've been here that Benjamin, their oldest son, had been dead almost 2 years.
Mm.
And he had several children. And then Levy and I were caught in the outhouse
Oh.
doing what we should not have been doing.
Oh, Lord.
And Levy, Florcy, and Joe's, we call him Joe.
Mm-hmm.
When he was a kid, he got his eye punched out
Ooh, how?
playing with a coat hanger.
Oh,
And the wire
Lord.
punched it out.
Oh, that must have been so painful.
And I don't know if he's still living or not.
Did he get a glass eye?
Huh?
Did he get a glass eye, or did he?
Yeah, he had to.
And he
Huh?
did he wear a patch?
Oh, no.
And this is Dad's cake that he's getting ready to cut. Dad, you having a good time today?
Very. And I'm surprised with a lot of people that I have not seen in a long time.
Yes, yeah.
I am having a wonderful time.
That's good. And more people, they're going to continue to come up until the evening. So you're going to have to eat so you can have your strength.
Oh, that's right. And then I can put on my white.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dad's going to cut the cake. And all the food is scrumptious.
What do I... So, what, I cut it on the end?
Yeah, I would.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? I want to learn that technology so we can do it in Tanzania.
Storm will do that?
No.
You don't know because you're little.
But
Yeah, you ain't got to make it real big. Yeah. Half of it is chocolate and half of it is vanilla.
huh? How? That?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Now which way?
Yeah. You don't have to cut the whole thing, just,
Look.
yeah.
Easy come, easy go.
Well, I'm sitting there. You're going to say,
Am I cutting it around?
yes, sir.
Go all the way?
Yeah. And you don't have to cut the whole thing, just that line. You want to eat something now? That potato salad is so good. Everything
Oh, I
is good.
can still put my whites on.
Yes, yes, please.
I thought it was over here.
Okay. You want some now?
It's outside the door.
It looks good.
So, Dad, in all the years you've been coming here to Tanzania, the years that you came here with Mom, starting in, I guess, the 70s, I think.
When did you all go to,
Algeria?
69?
No, we were in Algeria from 70 to 72. Then we came to Tanzania in 72. So I think y'all might have came here first in 74. I don't remember, but I know there's been a lot of changes since you've been coming here. And now you're actually living here. Did you ever think that you would actually live in Africa?
I never thought about leaving the States, even though I had gotten where I didn't like what was going on. And in all, I've been here 29 different times.
Woo!
The 30th time, I bought a one-way ticket. And I'm stuck here now. I've been encouraged, thanks to you and Mr. Mzee. You made me see the light for me to, because personally I was getting tired of being by myself, and that's a big 3-bedroom home that I left.
At 3411?
3411 North 39th Street.
Yeah.
And I was getting tired of it.
So, have there been a whole lot of things that are different maybe that you have to get used to?
That's what I see. I see a lot of differences because now that I'm here and my mind is already been made up that this is my new home, and I look at people different now,
Yeah.
and I believe that they're looking at me different. I feel so welcome here,
Yes.
and I know one thing that the people as a whole shows respect
Oh yeah.
to their elders. And I don't take advantage of that. I expect it because through the years I've seen that happen where especially the youngsters, they just treat me like a king.
Well, that's
I know
'cause
how
you
kings
are.
feel.
Yeah.
It makes me feel very good and
Yeah.
welcome.
Yes, yes. Are there some things that you still want to do while you're here? Seems like I remember you saying something about you'd like to go to one of the parks again. You used to
yeah.
enjoy that, huh?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I do because I love taking pictures. I have a few pictures.
a few thousand.
Yeah. And it's lots of memories. And I miss Mom so much.
Yes.
I miss her so much. And every night before I go to sleep, after I turn the lights out, I put my flashlight on her picture and talk to her.
Yeah. That's great to have those memories. I'm going to cut it off a minute. So one thing you mentioned is that you really like the way young people have so much respect for elders. And there are probably things that are vastly different. Is the food much different here?
The food, as far as the food is concerned, I realize I'm not prejudiced, but I think this is better food because it's has not been changed, or it's just downright good.
Yeah, it's more natural.
Yeah.
We don't eat a lot of processed foods.
Yeah. And this, I'm almost a vegetarian, but I refuse to give up my fish and my cuckoo.
Yeah. And what's cuckoo, Mr.
Yeah.
Hill? What is cuckoo?
That's chicken.
That's right. So I think you've learned quite a few words and phrases, and people are very happy when you use your Kiswahili. People really like that.
Well, it's kind of, personally, it's kind of embarrassing to me for me to say I've been here in Tanzania 29 times, and then the 30th time I bought a one-way ticket. But the few words that I learn when I'm here, when I go back to the States, I forget it because I don't have anyone to correct me or talk to me in Kiswahili.
Right, but now you do. So I think you're picking up more and more words, actually.
And I'm picking it up not by sitting down in the classroom. I'm picking it up by mixing with the people.
That's right.
And I really, really feel welcome, and I feel I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, people love you, you know.
Yeah.
People love you and
They show it.
and show it, you know. People aren't afraid to show it, so
But
that's a real blessing.
I miss B.B. Carroll
Yeah.
so much. I miss her.
So do I. And but I believe that she's smiling in the realm of the ancestors, and she's happy that you're having this experience for both of them and for all of our family who haven't been able to come to Africa, you know. But I know that they would if they could. Maybe after this corona thing is over, some of them will come, because more and more people are writing us wanting advice.
to come.
Yes, wanting advice on when to come. And you'll meet a few of them tomorrow at Mzee Pete's 80th birthday party. So that'll be real nice.
But what I can say in Kiswahili is Karibuni.
Yes.
That means all of you are welcome.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, you're right. Karibuni, that's plural.
All right.
Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. You remember, Dad, we was coming home from town one day and that brother was in that tree cutting that with a machete. You can't tell how tall it is there, but it's a huge,
Yeah, I remember.
huge tree, and so are these.
And that brought back memories of me when I was on the fire department. Going up, that was at least close to 100 feet.
Ooh.
And I remember the time that compared with my job, I would climb a 100-foot ladder,
Good Lord.
get up on the very tip of it,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one safety belt that I hooked onto one of the rungs up there
Good Lord.
and looked down, and you could see the fire. It was just boiling.
Eee.
If the wind shifts, you would, the operator on the ground would see that the wind was blowing the smoke, and he would take the controls and swing the ladder around out of the smoke, and when it stopped, it do like that.
It would sway. Good Lord
And
Almighty.
excuse my friend, my butt would be tightening up.
Ooh, I guess so. I was looking at some of your newspaper clippings, and I saw one where you were standing with these other firemen. They were all white, and you were the only black fireman in that
Oh,
picture. And you know, a caption that I wrote, I think, was Mzee Sterling integrating it with style. And you did look very stylish in your day uniform, fireman's uniform. And I know you were a captain then.
Yeah.
So did these white firemen, did they have any problems with you being a captain and
Not,
being able to?
not a bit, because they know that I was fair to, it didn't matter what color they were. They were under me. It's something that I had to make them realize that, like in the winter time when we go out and it'll be snowing or raining, and you come back in, you gotta wipe that whole rig down.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because it has to be in good shape. It has to look good at all times.
And probably salt too that they put on the street.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause that corrode things, huh?
yeah.
So sometimes they didn't want to do that.
Well, they didn't want this. Some of them call me, not to my face, the mean black captain.
Yeah.
Because they did what I told them to do. Because when I was under the white captain, I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
So
Shouldn't
wasn't
be.
no problem.
That's good. That's good. So I think out of all the firemen, the black firemen who were working with you at number 5, I think it's only what, like 2 of y'all left out of the crew of how many? Y'all's crews were 20?
Yes, ma'am. It was
Wow.
10 on each fire station. We had 2 fire stations. Eventually we had a second station, but when I went on, it was just 1 fire station, number 5.
One for the black community?
1 for the black, no, 1 for the black area.
Wow. Ooh.
We had quite a large area.
Wow. You know, I have such good memories of coming to the fire station and visiting you when you were at work, and it wasn't no problem. You know, y'all allowed us to do that, and I used to love when you would come to our school and you would have that silver stopwatch, which I think you still got that silver stopwatch.
Yeah,
I think that we packed that.
I don't know where it is.
It's in one of them trunks.
Yeah.
And you would have on your dress blue uniform, and everybody knew that was Mr. Hill. Say, it's Mr. Hill. And we would, and you would time us as
White gloves.
in white gloves. And I've even written a poem about that. You know, and you would time us to see how quickly and how orderly we would exit the building when there was a fire alarm. And I used to be so proud because everybody knew that was my dad. You know, yeah, a lot of good experiences
Lots
to
of good
recall.
memories.
Oh yeah, lots of them. You say what, Dad, about the snakes?
When we first, Mom and I first started coming here, we had what in the States they call no shoulder. And that's just we had lots of snakes here.
Yeah, we did. Tons of them.
You know, I've got my dentures are loose.
Oh, you want to stop? You want to stop?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
But I have seen several snakes, little babies, come out of. I don't recognize where I am. Where I was.
Water tank?
Yeah, the water tank.
That's on the other side.
Things are so. You've added so much, and the trees are taller, and it just throws me off.
You know what blows my mind, Dad, is the pictures that we can look at where we used to have this pole fence, sisal pole.
I remember that.
You know, and
I remember that from here, right here where we drive in.
that's right. It was a sisal pole fence, and when
There
we
was a pile of sand pile.
yeah,
Someplace.
probably in this area,
Yeah.
and we had a huge chicken house in this
I remember
down
that.
there.
I
Yeah.
remember that, but every year that me and Mom would come back, it would be an addition.
Development. We're just trying to develop things, and that hasn't stopped yet. Like now, we're redoing what was the computer lab, and now it's going to be both the computer lab and the new Peace Power Production studio in there.
And where's Malcolm X O'Neill?
Malcolm X computer lab is right there. It's in that building.
Where? Right here?
Yeah. And I want you to see.
You go down
Yeah.
and look at movies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
It's there. But we've taken all that out, Dad. Got a new ceiling, got new painted walls, and build a vocal room where the fundi for that, who's doing 2 doors, and you okay? He's doing 2 doors and a big window so we can see the person in the vocal booth and the producer. And then the upper level is going to be where the children can do their computer studies and we can teach them how to make themes. So next week I really want you to go in there and you're going to be shocked.
Yeah.
And we've been able to do that because of your contribution.
Well, thank you.
No, yes. Matter of fact, I'm changing the name of that. It's going to be Mzee Sterling and Malcolm X.
I consider myself a part of the UAACC
Oh, yes.
family, and I like to try to play catch up and do my little donation on improving.
Well, you've contributed so much, and we're so very grateful. And I'm going to take you around so you can see the different things that you've contributed and which allowed us to do a lot of the work that we're continuing now. Yes, yeah, we give thanks,
I'm
Dad.
glad that I can do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. What'd you ask me, Dad?
What is in the, I'm looking at the UAACC, but I see some smaller print.
Right.
It looks like sharing something.
It says sharing knowledge for community development. And that has always been our goal, our mission statement, and our motto, sharing knowledge for community development. And we learned that as members of the Black Panther Party, and we just kept on with that kind of work.
Isn't that something? It was not for you all to stay in the States.
That's right.
And they frowned, the officials frowned on the Black Panther Party. I think personally they were jealous.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you are doing more or as much as you were doing there when they were putting brakes on what you were doing.
Yep.
You come all of those thousands of miles away and do the same thing better.
That's right.
And this is beautiful. It's for you all to have done this.
Yeah, it's a legacy. It's a real legacy, and when you consider all the many children who have been through this center and have learned so much, it just makes us just feel like all the effort, all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, it's been worth it. That's right. Ooh, I give thanks.
I just come up with some more thoughts, pleasant thoughts.
Yeah.
I just miss a lot of my friends. So many of them have passed on since I've been here.
Yeah.
And I have the privilege to have what we call a tablet that I take. I can take pictures with it even and talk to different people. And Peter told me, I told you that you get a tablet, you are going to talk to people all over the world.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm doing. I get up through the night and turn my tablet on. Even if I don't talk, I'm looking.
Yeah.
And that's one change that I have gotten used to since I've been here. It's a lot of little things that I still am comparing with where I've been living within 5 miles all, 92 years?
Yeah. 91 years.
91 years.
Yeah.
Within 5 miles, I've been in that area. So, I know that area. And I'm just very, very thankful that I landed here.
Yes, yes.
And I feel so welcome.
Yes, well, you are. This is your home. And then when you consider that our generations and generations ago, our actual clan comes from where Tanzania is now.
Yes.
And that's a mind blower to me. The fact that, that's where our bloodline, or half of my bloodline comes from here, and the other half, which is my matriarchal line, the women in my family.
The what?
The women in my family, speaking of mom, when I took my DNA test, their side comes from Cameroon and Congo and Ghana and Nigeria, at least where those countries are now. So I come from the east and the west, and it's really something because I always said that the hill side of the family look like they're from Ghana. Look very Ghanaian, to me. And I think we got a lot of Ghana blood also. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yes,
It is. It is such a blessing to be in a place that you really love and you can relax in and you enjoy, and can be at peace. We was talking about that yesterday. I was talking about that. I had a Zoom meeting online yesterday with these youth, and I was telling them how having raised children here is so different from what people doing in the States, because there you gotta worry about somebody gonna kidnap your kid or gonna, steal and make them a sex slave and all that kind of stuff. But here, you see children just running wild and being curious about life, and they don't have to stay in the house all the time, even with the coronavirus, it's so much open space. So,
and I see it.
yes. So it's a blessing not only for elders to grow older here, but it's also a blessing for the young people who are growing up here. We blessed and highly favored. I know that's the truth.
Amen.
Amen.
So y'all, in many traditions, especially traditions that come from Africa, we pour libations, huh? We pour libations to honor the ancestors and of course to honor the Creator. So we're going to pour libations today, and Dad, what I'd like you to do is you just pour it just like this. Because all of us, we don't go in the names of our ancestors, huh? You can speak these names out loud if you want, or you can speak them in your heart, huh? It's up to you. And as we speak those names, Dad, we'll do like this. You can do this. Okay? Yes, and just a little bit. And I'd like to start with my mom, Teresa Calzada, Garrett Hill, and you all can shout out the names of the ancestors that you want to remember. Teresa Carousel of Garrett Hill.
Ernie Mae Lewis. Isaiah Lewis. Rose
Come on, y'all. Call them out.
Leona Garrett.
Call them out.
Robert Hill.
Call them out.
Constance Hill.
Call them out.
Reggie Hill.
Call them out.
James Torrance Bay.
Call them out.
Michael Hill.
Call them out.
Reuben Simpkins.
Call them out.
Derek
Let them know you have not forgotten. Call them out. Call them out.
Calvin Hill.
Call them out.
Got you,
Tina Hill.
Call them out.
Bobby Hill.
Robert
Call them
Hill.
out. Keep on.
Fanny Shield.
Call them out.
Robert Shield.
Call them out. Let them know we have not forgotten. Call them out. Calvin, call them out.
Leon.
Yes, call them out. Let them know you have not forgotten, y'all. Call those names out. Call them out.
Bill Garrett.
Call them out, yes. Call them out. Call them out.
Robert Simpson.
Never forget. Never. Do you all realize how special it is to even look at tools like this that are like more than 100 years old?
Yeah.
Because Grandfather Hill, when he passed, he was what, 90?
3 days short of 94.
Yes. And he must have had these when he was young.
Yeah.
So these tools are what help to build the foundation of who we are. We who carry this Hill blood, these were actually the tools of Grandfather Hill, Lee Hill, my dad's father.
Wow.
Lee Hill came up from Birmingham, Alabama, and he and John Hill and some of the other Hill brothers were escaping
Right.
from where they were before
Right.
because they had defended themselves from people who were trying to kill them.
Right.
They were escaping, and then they came up to Kansas City
All right.
to Rattlebone Holler.
Wow.
Y'all, it was really named Rattlebone
Yeah,
Holler.
I know.
I didn't know that for years. And that's where this Hill descendant grew up. And many of our uncles and aunts grew up there too. And we carry this blood. But I got something else to tell y'all that I just found out. I am an ancestor priestess. And in order to be an ancestor priestess, you have to have what is called a roots reading. And in this roots reading, they go way, way back. They do it through divination. When I received this roots reading, we found out that our clan comes from East Africa, from the area where Tanzania is.
Oh, my. What a coincidence.
But it ain't a coincidence.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
the Baba Lau, the priest who did this reading, he said, you thought you was drawn to Tanzania because of the political situation. He said, no, that was your ancestors' calling.
Wow.
And when I stepped off of that plane, Brother Pete didn't feel at home. I felt immediately at home. How you doing? How you doing? I did a DNA test and found that mother's side of the family comes from mostly Cameroon, Congo, with some Mali, where Nigeria is, and Ghana. So we come from the east and the west. You know? I also found out that our clan were the keepers of culture.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Woo!
Looking at you.
Were the keepers of culture, and we were very, very, very moral people.
All right.
Huh? We were herbalists. We were healers.
All right.
Huh? We were even magicians.
Wow.
And we still carry this in our blood. Our Yoruba name is Ola Oshebikan.
Wow, what a blessing.
And that means that wherever you go, you are honored.
All right.
So I just want to share that
Oh,
tidbit
that's
with y'all.
wonderful. That's beautiful.
Yes, yes. I urge you all to get your roots reading also. But this is a major part of our roots because Grandfather Hill, and I think some of these might be yours too, but they mostly Grandfather Hill. Which one? Okay, the left one. This one?
Older than majority of
So what measure of man use this to build who we are, not only to construct, but to provide morality, strength, wisdom? What measure of man held this in their hand, in his hand? Lee Hill held this.
All right. So did Jesus.
They don't even make levelers like this anymore.
Right.
Huh? But this is, Dad, I honor you for having kept all these tools so pristinely. Huh? Where we can pass these on. And this is Lee Hill's cane that he held with his own hands. Huh? And walked with it.
Wow.
And probably styled with it.
No, that's right. Walking
Yeah, because
proud.
I remember Grandfather Hill used to always look so nice. Just as Dad. The Dad is a very stylish man. He's known for that.
All right. Ain't some good stuff.
What I urge all the parents of the Hill clan to do is get at least one of these tools to pass on to your children and to your grandchildren, and set up an ancestor table. All you need is a glass of water, perhaps a pitcher, and something that belonged to them. It could be eyeglasses, it could be a tool, it could be whatever, a bracelet, but honor your ancestors and let them know that you have not forgotten. So I called on the eldest of the Hill clan, which would be Sharon, to please pick out one of these tools. And then Sterling Jr., I think you next. Pick out one that you can pass on.
Well, you're next. I'm the baby.
Oh, okay. I already got
I'm
mine.
the youngest, not the baby.
Okay.
I'm the youngest.
I actually already got mine.
Oh,
and
well, okay
They
then.
being shipped to Tanzania.
Oh, all right then. All right then.
So you one of the siblings?
Yeah. I'm Sterling Jr.
No, that's my bad.
I want that 11. I hope she didn't pick that. Dibs on the level.
Maybe so in the interest of time and the sun, we can just, we don't have to go one by one. So, Sean Jr., you next.
All right then. Well, I'm trying to see what she's gonna get. I know what I want already.
Well, yes. Woo. And this thing's iron.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Iron carries so much ashe, so much power. Okay, y'all, who's gonna step up now? The eldest grandfather and the baby.
Yeah, but I saw this.
Storm, you go get yours.
That's been used.
My sister.
That's
He's
before I came here, Sister Charlotte, I've been looking at, because you know we're having an African American Greats historical tour next month. And I'm looking at some DVDs about African history, and I've been doing that for 2 days, and you're just hitting right into it.
All right.
Right into it.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah, great stuff.
All right, y'all. So once we might be able to get more than
one.
yeah. Okay. Stormy, you got yours? Okay, who's next? This Sister Sheila?
I hope that level comes down.
Where's Sister Sheila?
Should have took it first with me.
Can Sister Sheila get hers? Or one of her daughters? Oh, there you are. Please.
Just a woman. Lord, help me